gonna do, excuse my eyebrows, so I'm gonna do them today. They looking a little bit crazy. But anyway, focus on the story. We're gonna do a part 2 to what I spoke about yesterday.
30 David, 2 of the 1-9ers in custody.
What's up?
Well, Cyrus, there's no sign of the Brotherhood or lust I've ever seen
It's
it.
a net in my cool.
Only way out is cuffed or bagged.
Anyhow, so yesterday we spoke about how I was introduced to the lifestyle, right? Excuse my TV, it's a little loud.
We're gonna keep this simple.
We're gonna bump
You're
it
gonna
up.
get us a safe exit out of here. You stay alive.
Me stopped speaking to my best friend when me and her father started having dealings.
Go
Now,
home tonight. And start making
to this day,
baby
I'm really unsure. I'm pretty sure his plan was to get me in a position to where he had eventually got me to, right?
How
So,
much do they pay you?
no, the net is flying in the coffee.
No more mistakes.
Spiritual stalkers. Anywho, when we first started dealing with each other, it would be moments when, actually, you know what, we're gonna speak about my first call, and how me and her split ways.
Hotel security feed.
Now,
They're coming at us from behind that door.
when me and her father first started speaking, she would call like, oh, you think she's 18? She's only 13, she's only 14. Now,
Hey, do not jeopardize your wife, man.
anybody with common sense, first of all, why are you looking at anybody your child has dealings with in the schoolyard? That just gives me creepo vibes, bro. No way around it. No way around it. So anyway, I moved out. I told you guys, I moved out, and me and her father got into a relationship, right? So, eventually, you know, it's kind of hard for you to hide that you're an actual imp and you have nothing but females around you because that's your job. So eventually, you know, he had to break that down to me. I was in charge of certain things, and then that graduated. That eventually changed from what happened. That had eventually changed. So then, I remember he was also always very, very
20 David code 4
like,
hostage station.
oh, you want this, you want that, you do this, you do that, but he never did nothing. Like, not even smoked a cigarette. Like, he used to smoke Black & Milds, wine tip Black & Milds, and I got him onto that, but then he shook that too. And from studying him, he just didn't want a weakness to anything, and that's good to be, but that don't mean you prey on the weak, you know. So anyway, first call, he called me Shorty Boo. I really don't know why. To this day, still call me Shorty Boo. I think it's a song. I really don't know. So I remember going to the call, and he was like, there was a bunch of girls that I had affiliation with from previous being in my town setup. Like, funny thing about it, majority of the girls who worked with me grew up with me and also had the same trauma, the same somewhat background. It's like what these crazies, like what he prayed for, what they do. So, and that took me 10 years to even know. That's crazy, right? So anyway, he was like, Shorty Boo. It was about like 4 girls in the back. He had an expedition truck, big boy. So, what you call it? He's like, Shorty Boo, like, I need you when you get here, like, to chill, relax. And he just kept saying it, kept saying it.
Command 20 David, officer down Forsyth service door.
At first it was like, alright, I do have a little crazy attitude sometimes, especially in that environment. You have to be like, you couldn't be fucking weak, excuse my language. So, kept saying, Shorty Boo, relax, Shorty Boo. Now, y'all might find this funny. This is one of the most traumatizing stories that I have, but I giggle about it, like, because I have healed and I'm healing daily, every day. Like, I'm so dedicated to me, like, just as much I was dedicated to that for 10 years. Like, 27, 10 years, you do the math, that's majority of my life. Come on now. So, And if I could pick up the pieces here, you can too, baby. So he kept saying, shorty boo chill, shorty boo chill. Now I'm looking at the females like, yo, why he keeps saying this to me? So I get out
Would you stand still?
the car to the court, and he like, I'm gonna be right here for you, like, shorty boo, you chill. So I go, the door's open, I'm not thinking nothing of it, but I hear a voice, but the door's open. And before I could look down, it was like this person, God forgive me, because this is not a joke, but this is an experience that I experienced. And it's so funny how it was my first experience, and that alone should have just scared me away. Nah, like, anyway. So I looked down and it was like this half person, like this, it was a human, he was a human, but he had half a body, like he only had from the stomach up, and like one finger and two fingers on the other hand. Like it was bugged the fuck out, and I wasn't expecting that. Like I really wasn't expecting that. So it scared me. I just took off running, like running, like ran out my shoes, ran out of everything, because one, like I said, the lifestyle that I was introduced to was very scary. It wasn't nothing to play around with. Like I didn't see what he'd do to a motherfucker for playing with his money. So I knew that, you know, you had to be serious about what you was doing, or you had consequences that you had to face. So
why didn't you tell me?
What you
The
call
mayor
it?
thinks I deliberately cut her out of
I
the loop.
wasn't
I didn't even know
expecting
it.
that. I wasn't expecting that, and I don't think he thought I was expecting it. But he on the way going, him giving me that warm up cheer, like, shorty, I'm right here for you. Everything gonna be alright. I think that's what he thought was enough, and that wasn't. I ran. For mad long. He's chasing me with the car like, shorty, roll. The girls in the background cracking up, excuse my lies. Cracking up. I'm not laughing. I'm still running, talking to them. As the cars in the street going,
You're not making another call.
my whole body.
Binary choice.
At that moment, I wish I could just like turn back around and go back to being a kid, but I couldn't, because
the guests who want them, right?
the reasons of me leaving, not only like by the age of a certain age, I was on pens. I had a probation officer. I had to give urine. Like, so when you leave and you AWOL your house, you get warrants. I already knew I had warrants, and being that I had went in front of this one in particular judge so many times, it was like, nah, this was it. This is it. Whatever was thrown my way, I had to deal with the consequences, or I was going away for a very long time. And I'm going to tell you that story too, eventually. What I'm going to do is break it down. So this is part 2 to yesterday, the beginning of a lifestyle. And also I'm going to tell y'all like how me and my best friend was no longer best friends, because I became her stepmother, basically. It's not funny, but it's reality. So, I'm running. He finally get me in the car. Everybody's cracking up. Boogers flying everywhere. Everybody's cracking up. I don't see nothing funny. Like, my face is bloodshot red. I barely got my clothes on because I'm running out of my items, running out of my purse, running out of my shoes, running. Like, when your body, you can't control your body just tells you, like, you gotta go. So, we get in the car and they all cracking up. He like, yo, shorty boo, what the I'm like, what was that? Now I want to fight. Everybody who laughed, I want to fight. I think this is funny. This is not funny. Like, but what was that? Nah, just take the girls in the background. Nah, just take us home. We don't want no problems. Like, you handle her, calm her down, get her to understand. Like, shorty in the back told me, I see him 3 times a week. I look at her like, what the fuck is he doing? Playing with your belly button? Like, how? Like,
Ways here to manage.
anyway, so the guy calls, and he's laughing. He's laughing.
Because I know
still
we
don't know if
both
I
had
was
the
the only
same
one who
goal.
had that
We both want to live through the day.
reaction to him. I don't know. I didn't want to know. Like I said, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't. So, he calls and he's like, no.
My name is Othello.
Tell her, like, I'm gonna wire you the money. She can keep the money. Let me get shorty, like, that I see on the regular. Let me get her. Like, that shit was funny. That shit was crazy. Yo, she ran and all you heard was screaming for mad long. Like, she just ran, like. And he got on the phone. He was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I believe you.
I'm so sorry. Sorry for my schooling. I'm so sorry. I apologize. And keep the money. That shit was funny. I served, and that's how I lost half my body. Now at this point, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Because you know less of human